Today we're going to be focusing on lead leg high kicks, the lead leg Mawashi Geri Jodan. And I'm going to show you how you can start throwing powerful and fast lead leg high kicks and start landing them in sparring and in fights. And make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to show you how I, as a shorter fighter in my weight class, used high kicks from very close range. Like we're talking striking range, but on taller opponents. So stick around and let's get this going. As always, I'm in my correct fighting stance. My knees are bent, my feet are wide apart so I have a good base and good balance, and so that I can move in and out and shift my weight on my feet easily. So the way that I'm going to throw my lead leg high kick is from my fighting stance here. I want to bring my lead leg knee up very high. And I'm talking like as high up as it can get. Because you're aiming with your knee. And a key point to remember is the further you bring your knee up, the higher your kick is going to go. I can't do a high kick if I pull my knee up here. Even if I chamber my leg and I bring it up here, I can't kick high from here. It's going to be like that. There's no power in that. And I have to use muscle power to lift the knee up while it's in the air even further. And that is just a waste of energy. So, from here, what I want to do is I want to bring it up nice and high, up here, in a chambered position, meaning my heel should be as close to my butt as possible when I bring it up into the chamber. And what I want to do from here, I want to extend my leg and snap the kick up. Boom, like that. And then I'm back into my stance. And if you see it from the side, it looks like this. I'm in my fighting stance, I'm moving a bit, my knee comes up, my kick snaps out, and then I'm back. Knee comes up, kick snaps out, and then I'm back. Get the basic movements of the kick down. You can start adding speed and a little bit of fluidity to it. And then it's gonna look like this. So I'm in my fighting stance, I'm here, I'm striking with my opponent, I throw the kick. So when you're practicing this kick on a bag, I want you to focus on speed and snapping your leg out. Don't worry too much about power in the beginning or getting as much mass into the kick as possible, making a loud noise or whatever. You want to get the technique down and you want to make it as fast and as fluent as possible. What makes this kick effective and dangerous is that it comes from out of nowhere, and oftentimes you catch your opponent by surprise, either at the end of a combination or you catch them as they're coming in, or you're just here and you throw it without telegraph, boom, you launch the kick to the head. This kick being effective doesn't come from the amount of force you can generate from that small movement, and you won't be able to generate as much raw power as your rear side high kick, but your leg is heavy enough and there will be enough speed in this kick to transfer all that weight very fast into the chin or the jawline of the opponent, making their head move, making their brain rattle, and causing a concussion and a knockout. So focus on speed and technique when you're throwing this kick on a bag. So at first, all I want you to do is bring your leg up and touch the bag. I want you to touch it, retract it back into your chamber, and get back into your stance. Don't worry too much about power or force. So as you can see in the beginning, I'm not putting a lot of weight into the kick. I'm just touching, bringing it back, and getting back into my stance. So once you have that step down, you can add a little bit more weight into the kick, and then bring it back just like before. So me often being the shorter fighter when I compete, both in MMA and when I competed in Kyokushin Karate, I had to adapt. When you are the shorter fighter, you have to get a bit closer to your opponent. But even from that close fighting range, I still wanted to be able to throw high kicks from that striking range. If I'm standing close to my opponent, my movements can't be big. I can't bring my leg up here and then kick it out. What I have to do is, I have to bring it up tight to my body like this. And instead of doing the roundhouse kick from the side, I used to do the roundhouse kick, snapping it diagonally upward. And also when I did this, I leaned my body a bit to the side so that my oblique muscles pull my hip up a bit. And then I snap the kick out. So if I'm in front of the bag here, I'm striking, I'm punching, I lean over a bit, lean over, bring the knee up, and then I snap it out diagonally. So I'm here. Oftentimes behind the lead hand straight punch. So I'm punching, boom, 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 I'm in here. I throw it as a feint to mask the fact that my hip is coming up and that my kick is coming up. So I'm punching, lean over to the side, bring your knee up, and slap that kick out. And what's great about throwing it this way is that you can stand so close to the opponent and still land the kick. And the secret being, leaning to the side, creating a bit of space, bringing the knee up high, and kicking up diagonally. So say I'm in here, throwing body hooks, digging in. From here I can create that space, lean to the side, and kick. Alright guys, that is how you throw the lead leg Mawashi Geri. And that is how I used to throw the lead leg Mawashi Geri from very close range. Just create that little bit of space, lean to the side, pull your chambered leg up, and snap that kick out right into their jawline and catch them by surprise. Let me know what you think of this week's technique breakdown. Did you learn something new? Have you tried this out in training yet? And if you haven't, but you do, let me know how it went. I love the feedback from you guys. And let's keep building and growing this channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week.